Hey everyone, this is PokeTips, and I'm going to break down the Zapdos fight. I'll probably start doing these kind of videos very frequently because this seems to be a big part of the game where people struggle. And if anyone knows a better way to sort of do these recordings, let me know. I'm just going to do a screen grab of this game, playing a video recording of it, that way I can pause it as I go. I'm not a great video editor, so I'm not fancy with any of that kind of stuff. So let's pause it here real quick. So notice where everybody is. Our Blastoise is a little bit out of position. Oh, the pen size for that's a little bit large. The Blastoise here is a little bit out of position because he was chasing that Machamp, but Machamp was out. So that's fine. He's going to be a little bit late to this fight, but it's not the end of the world. We have two people hiding in here to steal. But what doesn't make any sense is our team is actually ahead in experience in this game. So I don't know why these guys are hiding and not doing anything right now. Because you can see their team has two people grouped up right here that I'm going to yawn to take out of the fight. And they have one guy who's on Zap already, which is fine because they're split. But what the problem is my team is even more split. So I'm here, we have one there, two down here for some reason. Not exactly sure why. But we have 5, they have 3. This is a very good fight for us to take. We know their Machamp was low. If you jump back to the very beginning of the clip, you'll notice the Machamp was running back this way and had 1 HP. So he's going to have to recall. So he's going to have to recall and then run. They have one person missing, maybe he'll get here or not, but we know Blastoise is almost here. We have 5, at most they have 3, and even these 3 are split pretty handedly. So the right play to do here would be to engage on them. 90% of the time, if there's going to be a Zapdos skirmish, killing the enemy should be a higher priority than Zapdos, unless Zapdos is already about to die. But notice, Zapdos has nearly full HP here, which means they just started it. So we don't need to go for a steal. There's no reason to be hiding in here this long. You'll see how long they stay hidden for when we should really be fighting this. So let's resume for a second and let it go. So I sleep this guy, so you can see now we have 5 people in the vicinity still. They only have 3. This guy's going to engage on our team solo, way out of position. We still have 2 people hiding in here doing absolutely nothing. So let me let it play for a little bit more. They are just standing there. They didn't stun this guy when he was way out of position. They're not stunning him while he's taking Zapdos damage. They're not even attempting to hurt him. They weren't over here to try and help me. So it turns out they did have a Crustle here, so it's actually a 5-on-4. So we didn't know Crustle was there. But I have 3 people on me as the tank, which is fine. This guy just woke up from sleep, right here. I'll have another yawn coming up pretty soon. I'm pretty tanky. I still have ulti, so I can tank a lot of damage here, and you'll see I'll use an ult to stun a couple of them, and after I've drawn a lot of their damage. So Crustle just used all of his moves. This guy already solar beamed and was asleep. He just got out of sleep. There's an Eldegoss in here chasing me as well, which means this guy was all alone. Imagine if Greninja and these two attack this guy. Free kill. Let me jump back 10 seconds. When he gets stunned by the Zapdos there, and Zapdos is doing a charge attack towards him, we have 2 people and a Greninja that could have easily killed that guy. Also, I'm distracted 3 of them over here. These guys are still... Blastoise is running or something. This Greninja is farming for some reason. So let's play this out a little bit longer here. So you'll see... Kramer right now shows himself, still has not done anything. Ninetales still has not done anything. Greninja's running all the way around this long side for no reason. Like, look at this. Think this through. Whenever you go into a battle, you need to think with your brain about what your target is, what your escape plan is, what your game plan is, right? Greninja on our team and Blastoise are running around this way for no reason at all. If he comes around this way, first off, it was a shorter path. Second off, he has 1, 2, 3 teammates between him and the enemy team, so he can do Greninja auto attacks from a safe distance before he goes in. And also, their attacker, who's the only attacker right now. I mean, Garchomp's doing some damage too, but my team was too stupid to go on him earlier. But from Greninja's point of view, if he comes here and Garchomp's still in this area and my teammates actually stun the Garchomp, Greninja gets a kill for sure on Garchomp. But since they missed that opportunity, if he's still running all the way around and these guys are still being idiots, he still has me who's going to ulti between him, and he gets an easy kill on this Venusaur, who's going to do a ton of damage to the team and a ton of damage to the Zapdos. So why would you run the long way? I assume his mentality was he saw the Blastoise there, but he's going to run through a defender and a support before he even gets to anyone that he can actually kill. He can't kill Eldegoss. She can run and ulti and give herself speed. He can't kill this guy. He's super fast and can shield. This guy has no escape. He's a sitting duck. So just use your brain a little bit when you're trying to you know, take some of these fights. So let's resume and see how this plays out. So I see my team starting to finally go in. So I time my ulti here so I can hit 2 of these people. And I actually end up getting 3rd. I didn't plan to hit that guy, but that was kind of luck. But notice, my Blastoise and Greninja still have not attacked a single person this entire fight. I've yawned and ultied. Cramorant did not ulti yet. I don't know why. Maybe he didn't have it. He does ulti later. It's possible he just ultied late. Maybe he didn't have it. I was solo queue here, so I don't know for sure. Our Ninetales still has not attacked a single person. So in this whole fight, I've drawn a lot of cooldowns from 3 people. I've now stunned 3 people, and I'm going to roll over to get another double stun. Have gotten 0 attacks from Blastoise, 0 attacks from Greninja, 0 attacks from Ninetales. This guy, Cramorant, just started attacking. None of them have also ultied. So you can see here that their positioning's terrible. Their positioning is absolutely terrible in this team fight. And to be fair, maybe I went a little earlier. I should have realized that my team was brain dead before I went in. And I don't mean just to pick on them. I make some mistakes in this fight too. But the reason I'm pointing all this out is because so many people are like, oh, my team lost Zapdos. But like 99% of the time, it's because people have bad positioning. So look, we go in there. Cramorant still hasn't ultied. Our Ninetales starts ulting, doesn't hit a single person. Maybe she hits this guy. Okay, Ninetales hits only 1 person with her ulti. And her Buddy Barrier goes on Cramorant, which was not even in danger. Which she shouldn't have done. If she had Flash, she should have flashed over here and got a 3-person ulti. Or she should have saved it for a time where she could have gotten more people with it. Or shielded more important people. Because Cramorant wasn't taking any damage, so the Buddy Barrier effect was basically useless. It would have been better going on him. Or on him for some reason. Again, look at our Greninja's positioning now, based on how this goes. He ran this way because he was following the Blastoise, and as a result, he's now in all by himself here. And it's not going to work out very well for him. So you'll see now, let me pause it, you saw that Machamp run like a bat out of hell. So, at no point did anyone on my team hurt the Venusaur, so now he's set up to try and fight on this. This guy's getting Machamp to Kingdom Come because he ran the long, dangerous way instead of running the safe way. This guy just missed his ulti, essentially. He hit 1 person, and also he weakened the Zapdos at a time we didn't really need the Zapdos to be weakened from. Our Cramorant's over here attacking the Zapdos for some reason, because he doesn't know what he's doing. So my team is doing all the work to get the Zapdos low, but we've done no work to stop these guys. They all still have ulti, they still have all their cooldowns by this point. I'm now going to try and yawn this guy as best I can, but Zap is getting 1 hit, so there's not a whole lot I can do. Greninja's now boxed out because his positioning was really bad, and he didn't spend any of his time weakening anybody. And notice how their team played it. Their Crustle jumps in here to bash on my team and try and get the steal on the Zapdos. Great play from Crustle. This guy keeps himself at a good distance from my idiot teammates who had bad positioning. He recognized that, and now pulls himself up where he's in range now to try and go for this Solar Beam. And Eldegoss had pretty good positioning, just staying back towards her side where she can retreat towards teammates, but also close enough that she can get shields onto her teammate. So I actually get a yawn off on this guy, which is good, but you can see that even though my team has 3 people here, they just went for the Zapdos coin flip, and we don't end up winning it here. I'm not sure who gets it here. I'm guessing it's this Crustle. It's actually sitting there with 1 hit, but no one's attacking it, which is kind of strange. So I sleep this guy so he can't Solar Beam it, which is good. Machamp's distracted. I wish I could pan my camera here, but this is a recording. They need instant replay in this game. What should have happened is this guy should have... If my team realized that the Zapdos was low, which they shouldn't have been getting this low in the first place, but this guy should not have been running on Cramorant. He should have been spamming B. This guy is spamming B, but should have kept spamming it. And this Greninja should have gotten a little closer to the edge of the pit and spam B and seen if we could have got it. But what actually happens here is... Yeah, Crustle gets it with his damage from his AoE, from his ulti. So his area of effect just gets it because no one else on my team is attacking it. I actually do kind of like the Blastoise coming to try and help me box this guy out, but he didn't have anything really that could stun this guy better than my sleep could. He should have known I was Yawn Snorlax. I actually don't hate the Blastoise trying to box this guy out because usually Venusaur is a good person to try and get a last hit on Zapdos, and he also, we can't disable Crustle if he does his unstoppable move, Shell Smash or whatever, so he's running around. So really, once these, what really was the miscommunication here is just bad strategy by people in games. I think our Blastoise had the best positioning other than me to try and do something in this fight, all things considered. He did a little bit with Zac damage too. But really the problem was these guys were setting up for a steal when we were ahead at the time. Didn't make any sense why we weren't engaging. We had the same or higher levels on everybody of our Pokemon, and we had the number advantage because Machamp couldn't get there in time. Our Greninja had bad positioning because he ran the long way and put himself in a very dangerous spot where their Machamp and their other teammates could just collapse on him if they wanted. And then this Ninetales ultied in a position where it only hit 1 enemy hero and hit Zapdos with a ton of damage, but missed everybody else. And then our Cramorant didn't ulti which he'll ulti after Zapdos is dead, which either points to him either being an idiot about his ulti, or he didn't have it in time. But he didn't attack the Zapdos directly. He attacked the Zapdos a couple times, but didn't attack it once it was low, and didn't do any stuns on any of the enemy team heroes, no disables or damage, and also didn't try and kill any of these guys while me and Blastoise was disabling him. So really, this was just a huge clusterfuck. But we could actually still win this game. Believe it or not, we can still win this game at this point. Because they don't have a lot of people with 50. Notice how low their points are for the most part. So at this point, you have to realize, what should I be doing? If you can get a quick kill on someone who's low HP, kill them. Otherwise, you can't stop them from insta-scoring. It is impossible. You should run to the other team's side and score. And the fact that we don't do that loses us the game. So watch. So I recognize that Eldegoss is really low and killable and has no flash. So I'm going to kill her to deny them 30 and then immediately go score. My teammates should be thinking the exact same. So notice, this guy's dicking around for some reason. Them going to try and kill him is good. Us going to try and kill him is good. So they get this kill, we get this kill, perfect. Now look at the map after killing a guy. We killed 2 people to deny. So look where people with bad positioning are. So this guy ran back to quote unquote defend, but he has 50 points. If he ran here to score while the other team is scoring, we'd get a free 100 points. There's no one left to defend. 4 of them are dead, which was good killing by us. Crustle just scored here. Why is he going to defend top? It doesn't make any sense. And this guy's going to think, oh, we lost because of Zapdos. No, we lost because you didn't go to score. Then my team, we actually did really good here. I'm proud of my team for realizing to kill this. I'm proud of my team for realizing to kill this. The Cram ulti was late. Maybe he just got it, but he used a good job getting some kills there. So this is perfect from us. So their team only scored 100 off Zapdos. A bunch of them are dead. And the Crustle's way out of position. He's going to have to recall to try and stop us. So this is where you say, okay, we need to score. So look, we immediately start running. Good thinking. We see this guy didn't even recall. I don't know what their Crustle's doing. He's an idiot. I don't know what this guy's doing. What is this guy farming for? What is this guy farming for? It doesn't make any sense right now to be farming. If she was low HP and wants to recall and defend for the after Zapdos, for the other team trying to score, that would be a reasonable play. This guy farming as Greninja with 50 points, terrible play. Our Cramorant's also a little bit out of position. He should have went to try and score 2, but he's going to try and run towards top, which is fine. So here, I'm going to score, which is going to be 19 times 2, so that's 38 points right there. And so this already negates almost half of the 100 that Crustle scored off Zapdos. So this is a very winnable game. Imagine, for example, now that this guy actually ran Score Shield and wasn't imbecile. He scores 100. Imagine this guy actually ran here knowing how to play after Zapdos and scored 100. And notice that this guy, after he ulted, should have been running here faster. But Cram's really low HP. Actually, he's not that low HP. Yeah, he should have been running there. But probably the Greninja would get there fastest. He should not have ran back here, and then he doubled back and killed this, and then ran back here again before he went. He wasted probably 10 seconds, where he easily could have got there. Notice that this guy came bottom to stop us, because he had to. So if Greninja ran straight here, he starts channeling a 50 score for absolutely for free, and they cannot stop him. So now let's watch how this plays out. Our Blastoise has to run because he didn't run Score Shield. Always run Score Shield on Blastoise, so that's just silly. Also, I could sleep this guy for him, but it doesn't make any sense. So he starts trying to run top, even though it's in vain, because their team's now scored. So I recall back because I know I can't score any more points. My team still hasn't even gone there to try and score. And now their team's up the jump, so it's impossible. But notice there's 2 people with 50 points that he didn't run Score Shield or he would have scored, and this guy didn't immediately run to the point or he would have scored. So now let's see how this plays out. I jump back. No one really scores anything else. I think this guy gets a really small, meaningless dunk. So let me jump ahead in time a little bit. So notice, we lost by less than 100. So, as bad as that Zapdos went, my team had terrible positioning. They wasted ultis. They used them at the wrong times. They were trying to go for a steal when we had the numbers advantage. A lot of things didn't make any sense in that Zapdos fight. Typical solo queue disaster. And yet the game is still winnable. If we get either of the 100-point scores, we 100% win. So, for a fact, we absolutely win, since their Crustle didn't recall. If Greninja, when he kills this guy here, runs straight there to score, and then when we get this kill here, and Blastoise and I were there, if Blastoise Score Shields here and Greninja's channeling here, we definitely win. Because if the Garchomp went top to stop this guy, which he could, then Blastoise scores and has Score Shield for sure. If Blastoise has Score Shield, he scores even though Garchomp's on him anyway. He should have been running Score Shield, and we win. Or, if our Greninja knew how to play and didn't waste time here and waste time here for no reason at all before running this direction, then he would have scored here while the only person up was Garchomp, and we saw him bottom. So as soon as he saw Garchomp bottom, he could smoke screen or whatever his move is, double team, use all of his abilities, flash, whatever he has, to get channeling here and score, and then we 100% win the game. So so many games are still winnable if you properly know how to play the Zapdos. Really, we shouldn't have even had this coin flip in the middle, but even with that disaster, the game is still winnable. So you need to know what to do during the Zapdos fight, which is having good positioning, focusing on the enemy heroes first, especially if you're ahead and have the numbers advantage. Use your ultis to either give your teammate who's about to die a buddy barrier, or to incapacitate a bunch of them with a ton of damage or a stun or whatever. Don't use your ulti just out of panic. There's no need to panic ulti. Play your fight smart. And then same with the positioning. The Greninja and the Blastoise. The Blastoise running this way was fine. Greninja running this way made no sense when he was already farming this. He should have came around so that we'd have 4 people here to insta-kill the Venusaur, or insta-kill this Garchomp if my teammates that were hiding would have been smart enough to fight the Garchomp. So they played that fight wrong, but they actually played the immediate after good. So let me rewind some of these. So immediately after, we actually played that pretty well. I get a yawn here, and my teammates realize, oh, we got to kill these guys really fast. So we actually get 2 kills here, and Greninja gets a kill up here. So we've actually killed 4 out of their 5. We can't stop Crustle. That's fine. Let him go. So then we run this way to score, which is the right call. I dunk 40 with Score Shield. Our Blastoise should have dunked 100 with Score Shield. If you're a Blastoise player, run Score Shield. It's the best item. And our Greninja should have immediately ran this way, and he would have scored 100 because there was no one to stop him. So we should have had 200 more points here. And we win this game easily. We win it by over 100. But even if only one of them score, because their Garchomp can't stop both, but let's assume Crustle jumped back and went this direction, or Crustle jumped back and went this direction. In either way, we still win, because Blastoise Score Shield will score before Garchomp can break it, especially with me putting a yawn on him. And then, and if Crustle came this direction, then our guy scores for free for top, because he could wait to see where the other team reacts. So as soon as the Zapdos is lost, if the other team got it, you need to look, is there anybody I can realistically kill? If there is, kill them. If not, don't chase them, because even if you get them weak, they're going to get here and score instantly. So don't chase somebody when there's no hope. And then afterwards, just immediately run to the other side and dunk as many points as you can. And then after you've dunked, if you're a defender, warp back and help defend. If you're an attacker, or you're somebody who has run Score Shield but gets lots of points, like a Crustle or Lucario or whatever, then keep farming the Ardinos, or whatever they're called, around here, and then just keep trying to dunk a few points with your Score Shield. That's the proper way to try and handle the end of Zapdos fight.